Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from the palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Top of the morning to you and yours on this Friday.
Well, I have some good news.
Yeah, good news is that it's Friday.
Tell them the good news.
I just told you the good news. It's Friday.
Oh, come on now. This is just getting silly.
All right. I know it's getting a little silly and it's a little ridiculous, but it is 6:07 this morning. Mr. Clock, would you certify?
It's now 6:07 a.m.
6:07 a.m. and I feel like I have drank a complete case of Coca-Cola with extra caffeine because I am running at warp speed this morning, Bonnie. Good morning.
So it sounds like you got a lot of sleep overnight.
No, none.
So did you drink a whole case of something with caffeine?
Nope.
Did you really do it?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have all this pent up energy. And I think what it is I'm really angry today. I'm a happy angry though. And I have all this pent up energy because of the breaking news that you talked about yesterday hit home. And I know it hit home with you as a bonus mom, but it hit home with me as a parent as it did thousands of others because of that little girl that unfortunately succumbed to her injuries. And I've been praying for this little girl's family last night and this morning and later on this morning. By the way, we're a blended show this morning. If you're wondering where G and Ray are, they're on vacation. This is their last day. They will be back on Monday. So I Bonnie and I, we want to thank everybody for putting up with us and listening to us over the last entire week. And
whether we made any sense or
yeah,
not
exactly.
all week, I
sometimes
don't know.
we don't make any sense. And just like G and Ray, sometimes we make sense and sometimes we don't make any sense.
Sometimes we feel like a nut. Sometimes we don't.
Yeah, exactly. Great there. That was Almond Joy.
It was.
Yes, that was Almond Joy. But anyway, yeah, that hit home personally for me. I don't know about you, but that really hit home personally that little girl, that poor little 10-year-old girl, that had to happen to this little girl because of some stupid, idiotic, heinous, I wish I have other words that I can't say.
Yeah, well, we kind of are waiting for the complete story as it is. When this broke out, though, yesterday morning, we had no idea that she wasn't going to succumb from the injuries, like you said. So this is like a kind of like ongoing.
Yeah, I mean, the school bus had the stop arm out. It had the bar out. It had everything out. And this person just blew right through it. And the girl was crossing the street. The mother was there. The girl got out of the car. The mother watched her daughter walk across the street. And the rest is just, she's an angel now. She's an angel. And hopefully they'll catch this person. Major Carlos Rodriguez from the Fort Pierce Police Department is going to be on the program, Bonnie, later this morning at 8:00 to discuss the case, give our listeners an update, and hopefully have some more information on the vehicle that this person was driving.
Yeah, as of yesterday, they were looking for, I think it was a white four-door sedan, and possibly with some hood damage, that they're looking for.
Yeah.
The person had driven away. They didn't know if it was a male or a female.
Yeah, they don't know that as of yet. And if you have like a body shop or a repair shop anywhere in the area and a white four-door sedan comes into your body shop that matches a description and you're listening to this program, please notify the proper authorities. Please do, because we want to catch this person and bring justice for this poor little girl, the little 10-year-old girl and her family. It's just really sad, very sad what happened. There's just no reason why a 10-year-old's life has to end like that.
Very tragic.
Yeah.
And it looks like some of the family members had also been waiting for her outside of that school bus and had witnessed, what went on there and her being hit by a vehicle.
Yeah. Like I'd mentioned, the mom drove her to the bus stop. She got out of the car, walked across the street, and went to walk across the street, and the mom visually saw what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I can never fathom what that would feel like to see my child hit by a vehicle that just had no care at all to stop for that school bus.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you miss that arm that swings out, the red stop signs that come out that are flashing, and the lights?
People just not listening to the rules on the road, and when those lights come out and when that stop sign comes out, they do make those measures for a perfectly great reason. It's for the safety of children, and it was such an unfortunate, didn't have to happen incident yesterday.
No,
that,
not at all.
With somebody obviously wasn't following the rules.
Not at all. I was watching Megan McRoberts report the story yesterday, and I could see even it really, as a reporter, you're supposed to keep your composure, but I can tell in her voice and her visual presence that the story really disturbed her as it did other people in the world of media like ourselves and many others in the world of TV and stuff like that. But like I mentioned, Major Carlos Rodriguez, he'll be on with us a little bit later on this morning in the 8 o'clock hour to give all our listeners an update on this tragic incident.
Another big story too, Evan, and the big topic of conversation around the dinner tables this week is where is Brian Laundrie?
Yeah, what the heck's going on with this guy? I mean, this guy needs to be caught and brought to justice. I mean, whether he's guilty or not, there's no proof yet. I mean, everybody will have their day in court. But where is this guy? They issued a federal warrant, I think, for his arrest, didn't they, or something like that?
A federal grand jury indicting him in connection with the death of girlfriend Gabby Petito, but not for murder.
Yeah.
So they want to indict him in connection with the death. Yeah. They want him in anyway.
I know somebody knows something. I mean, you can't hide in the woods this long. I honestly, in my humble opinion, I think he probably took his own life. With all the stuff that's going on.
That's what some are considering. Yeah. I even brought it up to my better half yesterday. Mm-hmm. Maybe, just maybe, he was able to get with someone on 75 and make it up to Canada. Mm-hmm. And my better half said, but everybody knows him. He's been seen so often.
Yeah.
But that's a theory.
Yeah.
And another theory is what you said. And then another theory is how can you survive for days in those swamps with all of the wild critters?
Yeah.
With the alligator and the panthers.
I hope he didn't commit suicide, because I want to see this. I can't even put it in words. I want to see him brought to justice. I want to see him suffer. I want to see him suffer just like that poor girl did.
Well, and I think law enforcement want to know what he has to say.
Yeah.
They just want him for the questioning, which was never given.
Yeah, agreed. Totally agreed. But if he committed suicide, that's just the easy way out. No trial, no nothing. And unfortunately, there's no justice for the young lady's family. They want to see this guy brought to justice.
Just damaging what both families kind of went through. And
terrible.
I don't know the whole story with his parents. Yeah. I don't want to be like some of the media. Like I was watching the other night. What was that with? Oh, it was one of those Entertainment Tonight deals that I was watching, and how people are so quick to judge and point fingers at one another right away.
Yeah.
Until I can learn more about his mom and dad. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be, crucifying them without knowing full story and full details.
I mean, they honestly may not know where he is. They may not know anything. And then again, they honestly could be protecting him. So nobody knows. So you can't be quick to pull the trigger on his parents.
It is true.
You can't until the proper authorities do their investigation. So anyway, if you want to participate in anything we're talking about this morning, we would love to hear your comments. You can give us a call, 220-978-8220 WSTU. We are a blended show this morning, so G and Ray are on vacation. They've been enjoying one heck of a vacation. I saw where G was staying last night. He posted it on his Facebook page.
Was it posh? Was it excellent?
I'm going to say where he was staying because it's public information.
In a baseball dugout?
No.
He likes baseball, you know.
I know that. He published it on Facebook. He checked in to Margaritaville in Kissimmee, Florida.
Oh, is that a resort?
It's a resort.
It's like a resort of who sings Margaritaville?
That's
Jimmy Buffett. So it would be his resort area.
G is living large right now.
We were at one of those resorts in Kissimmee. We were at the Holiday Inn Resort, which was wonderful. So I can imagine he's enjoying every bit of that. I hope he likes water because
I'm sure he does.
From what I remember, a lot of swimming pools, margaritas by the pool is the main thing.
It's a
kind
gorgeous
of like a main course.
Exactly. That's your food of choice for the entire stay there is margaritas.
Oh, and he likes the Captain Morgan rum too, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
I bet he's enjoying a rum runner or two.
I'm sure he is. He's probably fast asleep. You know, I could get the name to the I could get the phone number to the hotel and then say, may I have George,
yes,
and
so and so.
Ask for his, I almost slipped and said his last name. But I could call and ask for his room and then just ring his room this early in the morning and say, good morning, G. How are you?
G, I'm thinking, he is on vacation, but he's probably up this early because his body and system is so
used to getting up,
being up this early anyway.
Definitely so. So I hope he's enjoying his last few days, and then he'll be back on Monday. And then you're going away soon, right?
Oh, yeah. Another month and a week. I was counting it yesterday.
I wrote it up there. Yeah,
1 month, 1 week from today.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be
I can't believe it's going to be here just like that.
Friday the 29th is going to be my last day here.
Right. You going out of town, or are you going to be staying in town?
For Halloween weekend. Okay. We might be going a little bit in town, a little bit out of town.
Little this, little of that.
Like a variety package with it.
It's going to be a great time, I'm sure.
Yes.
Well-deserved time off.
I wonder if I should make my Halloween dummy, complete it, and bring it with us so it doesn't miss out on the party.
Take the dummy with you.
Yeah, I should.
Take the dummy with you. And then you'll have an extra passenger in the vehicle.
And I have.
Is it life size?
It's life size, but I don't have it's a headless dummy right now.
What?
So I don't know if it's going to be a he or she yet.
Or an it.
You know how I have my famous wig at home that resembles my hair?
Yes.
I thought of maybe making the dummy of myself.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You don't want to do that, for God's sake.
All I need is the wig head and to put my own wig on it.
Oh, I can bring you the mannequin head. I told you I'd loan you the mannequin head that I have.
Oh, yeah.
All you got to do is just text me over the weekend and remind me, and I'll bring it in.
A mannequin head.
Yes, I have a mannequin head.
Is it a he or a she?
It's a she.
Yeah?
It is a she.
It
was in here before. I brought it to the studio once.
Oh, was that the one that looked kind of... I thought Phil brought that in.
No, I brought that in.
Oh.
Because I let Phil borrow it.
Oh, we had a name for her, didn't we? Was it Iris or something like that?
I don't remember.
Or Emma or
Godiva,
some sort of thing?
I don't know.
I thought we had a name.
I don't know what we called it. Cousin It.
But I might put a scary Halloween mask, too, over the wig head to make it kind of look like... maybe I could do like a Michael Myers mask. Did you see how silly that is? Halloween Kills is coming out. And I'm like, didn't they make enough of these Halloween movies? Mm-hmm. And then I think Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. And she looks really old in it. She's got this long gray hair going. And Jamie Lee Curtis is getting up there, but she still looks wonderful.
She does.
But man, did they make her look scary in this movie?
This is a new Halloween movie coming out?
It is.
Is it really? Another one?
Another one.
Maybe we should make a Halloween movie.
Yes.
Right here in the studio.
We could.
We could just set up cameras everywhere and dress up and get fake blood and all the gore and everything.
Oh yeah, we could turn this place into like a fun house, like a spook house for people.
Charge admission.
We could have Major Budenseek and his crew come through here and walk through our fun house.
Oh my God, no! I don't want to do that. I wouldn't torture the poor guy like that. No, maybe I'd do it to Brian Bosio, but I wouldn't do it to Major Budenseek. I would definitely do it to Brian Bosio. I haven't talked to him in a while, come to think of it.
Right?
You know, what is his deal? He's been
know.
Silent lately.
He's been working those overnights and getting a little tired from it, but he keeps plugging and working hard for his family.
I have to text him to find out if he's alive. Are you alive? There you go. And then see if he replies back. And then if he's alive, I'll just call him right on the air. Anyway, it is, let's see here, 6:22. And that means it is news time. So without further ado, we're going to go across the street, down the hall, and up the stairs, where Bonnie has just run over to be at the news desk, and she's standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. A federal grand jury is indicting Brian Laundrie in connection with the death of girlfriend Gabby Petito, but not for murder.
The indictment accuses Laundrie of using a debit card and PIN numbers to steal about $1,000, presumably from his fiancée. Meantime, the search continues for Laundrie in a swampy area near his home in Northport. Governor Ron DeSantis told reporters he was touched by the community's support for Gabby Petito.
Most of these people never met her, probably, but you see how it's really impacted this community.
Meantime, a law firm's Tampa office is offering a $20,000 reward for information leading to Laundrie. I'm Gordon Bird.
More people and more hardware are joining in the search here in Florida for Brian Laundrie. Northport police say a total of 75 officers from 16 different agencies are now working in the Carlton Reserve. Governor Ron DeSantis says he has come up with a workaround as the feds redirect supplies of monoclonal antibodies to other states.
The state of Florida has been able to acquire an additional 3,000 doses of the monoclonal antibody sotrovimab, which is manufactured by GlaxoSmithKline.
In Tampa, DeSantis said the state may soon have to ration monoclonal treatments for COVID-19 because of the Biden administration's decision to cut supplies going to Florida. Sam is now a hurricane. The storm is just under 1,500 miles east-southeast of the northern Leeward Islands with top winds of 75 miles an hour. It is still unclear at this point whether or not Sam will threaten land. A 10-year-old girl has died after a hit-and-run crash Thursday morning in Fort Pierce. Authorities said the crash happened shortly before 6:15 a.m. at Skylark Drive and Oleander Avenue. Police say Yesenia Berenice Rodriguez Gonzalez was crossing the street to get to her school bus, which was stopped with its red lights flashing and stop sign extended. A white sedan going northbound went around the girl, then took off. When officers arrived at the scene, they found Rodriguez Gonzalez lying unconscious in a grassy area. Rodriguez Gonzalez was taken to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center, where she later died from her injuries. Police said Yesenia Berenice Rodriguez Gonzalez was crossing the street to get to her school bus, which was stopped with its red lights flashing and stop sign extended. A white sedan going northbound went around the parked bus, hit the girl, then took off. When officers arrived at the scene, they found Rodriguez Gonzalez lying unconscious in a grassy area. She was taken to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center, where she later died from her injuries. While it's unclear if the driver was male or female, investigators said they are looking for a white four-door sedan with front-end damage. We want to find this person and take them into custody, said Major Carlos Rodriguez with the Fort Pierce Police Department. As parents struggle to find some of their children's favorite snacks and juice boxes at grocery stores, school districts are also having to adjust. The Martin County School District announced they will be making changes to their menu for students. The school district posted that they're experiencing unprecedented food cuts without prior notice from their suppliers. The shortages are causing significant menu changes that even affect allergy-adjusted meal plans. If you have any questions about specific changes, you're asked to email askfns@martinschools.org or call 772-223-2655, extension 58100. And why so many shortages all of a sudden? Well, the Wall Street Journal is pointing out to overseas shipping bottlenecks, staff shortages at processing plants, trucker shortages. Also, a Nabisco baker strike now on top of everything else, threatening Oreo cookies and Ritz crackers supplies. It's 6:26. We'll take a quick look at sports. NFL action last night. The Carolina Panthers are now 3-0, and they beat the Texans last night 24-9. And the White Sox, they secured their first AL Central crown since 2008 on Thursday with a 7-2 win over Cleveland. Chicago's division title guarantees the first back-to-back playoff appearance in franchise history. The White Sox finished second in the AL Central last season before losing to the A's in the American League wild card. 6:27 is our news time. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
Time now, 6:28 on the Get Up and Go show. It's a blended show this morning. G and Ray on vacation till Monday. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Seacoast Air Conditioning. Don't roast. Call Seacoast. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, it's a good Friday morning ride. We're not finding any accidents. In fact, it's just looking quiet right here. Major highways, US 1 included. And if you see something, say something this morning. Call us. We're at 220-9788, 220-WSTU. In Port St. Lucie, we have 75, and in Hanko, Finland this morning, it's cloudy and 48. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Friday to you. Some sunshine this morning with showers and thunderstorms taking over later on this afternoon. High temperatures warm and muggy into the upper 80s to near 90. Showers and storms should end after sunset, becoming partly cloudy overnight, mid 70s over the weekend. Warm and muggy on Saturday. Then a weak front moves through with a little taste of fall late Sunday and Monday. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist James Wheeland on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
You won't get a lot this Christmas. Everything has been delayed. If you want any Christmas presents, you need to order them today. You just may be out of luck, waiting here for all your stuff.
I love this.
There's not much we can do. Pretty sure this Christmas we're screwed.
Oh my gosh. This is great. Listen.
Shipping containers are stuck on the coast of California today. And the Hong Kong port shut down that ships 1 billion pounds a day. My kid wants a snack in Grogu. Yeah, I know that's kind of weird, but it doesn't really matter. It won't get here until next year. Even with Amazon Prime, it might not get here on time. There's not much we can do. Pretty sure this Christmas we're screwed.
Okay, now my hat goes off to the Holderness family. That is by far the best parody they have ever done. That was great. That's a play off of Mariah Carey's one of the most famous all-time Christmas songs that are out there. What did you think of that, Bonnie?
I thought they did very, very timely and accurate.
Yeah.
Because I guess to order those Amazon packages and for them to get there, you would have had to order them by January of 2021.
Oh my gosh, we've heard so many we've heard so many parody songs from the Holderness family. As you know, I'm a big fan of theirs, and we play a lot of their parodies on the morning show. And when I came across this one, I was like, okay, this takes the cake. This is by far, I think, in my humble opinion, that's probably one of the best ones they've ever done.
No justice to Mariah Carey.
No.
They were a little off key when they hit that high note.
Of course. Are you kidding? Only Mariah could hit that high note.
We're screwed.
Yes.
but oh, so seriously funny.
Yeah, I thought I'd play that to kind of get you in that little bit of a pre-holiday spirit and kind of make a funny about it. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie G and Ray on vacation this week. They'll be back on Monday. We are a blended show, and it's time to do viral videos. So we're going to go to Asheville, North Carolina, where there's a viral video up where somebody spotted a bear and its cub checking out. I know, how sweet.
Yeah.
A bear and a cub checking out a children's playground.
They were playing. In beautiful Asheville, North Carolina.
And they were trying out the slides while nobody was around but a mom.
And look what a beautiful day that was when they were filming these bears.
Oh my gosh. The mom went down the big slide first, and then the cub went down a smaller slide.
And the cub was hesitant to crawl up on those slides at first.
Mama bear coaxed the cub.
Oh, yeah.
Let's listen.
Oh.
This is somebody filming it.
Activity of those stairs.
This is so adorable.
Oh, there you guys.
Mama bear's at the top. Okay.
Oh,
there we go.
Mama wants to do big slide.
Yeah. Yeah. Mama, there goes Mama.
Go down the slide.
Mama went down the big slide. Here comes the cub. Look,
you can do this one, honey.
Mama bear went over to the small slide for the baby cub.
To wait for it down the small slide.
And here it goes.
Oh my
And they hug.
Oh,
they hug at the very end.
Mama was like, "You can do it. Just come on down this small slide."
Oh.
And
she's
they're just
waiting at the bottom.
playing. Isn't that adorable?
It is.
Look at Mama just rolling around.
I wish I was there that day to witness that.
That was just so flipping cute.
It reminds me of that one too. We saw not too far away. These bears had been in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I'm not too far from Asheville, North Carolina. I don't think, where these bears were also swimming in a hotel resort area.
Right.
They were using all of the pools. But when they start playing, it's like fun and frolic.
It really
they
is.
sure love to play.
Bears are adorable when they play around and they frolic and
Yes.
things like that. But
You just want to hug them like they're a big teddy bear, right?
you don't want to go near them. You don't, because you know what? They can do an awful lot of damage. And it just wouldn't be good.
If I did go near them, I would only hope I had a big stake in my pocket to lure them away, throw the stake as far as I can, and then run like the wind, the opposite direction.
Whip that bad boy out.
Yes.
Yes, throw it away. What was I going to do here? Okay, my did you knows. Anyway, did you know, Bonnie, apparently when you fall in love, you will lose 2 friends. Did you lose any friends when you fell in love with Gary? When you first fell in love with Gary?
I don't think I lost any friends.
I didn't.
No.
I didn't lose any friends. I actually gained friends.
I don't even think I lost ex-boyfriends. I'm still friends with a couple of my ex-boyfriends.
Okay.
Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5.
I can't say that's the... How many?
Weren't you going to tell me to stop?
No.
I was I had to see if you were paying attention.
No, I was...
He's like, stop right there, Bonnie.
No, I just want to let you just keep on going.
Even 1 or 2 ex-boyfriends. No, I never lost friendship over over having a new love interest.
See,
I can't say I have.
I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't be friends with my ex. It just doesn't. It's not a good thing. No. I don't want to talk about it. Don't get me started on a rant.
Some people try, and sometimes it just doesn't work, and then it's just kind of like good just to stay away and
far away.
Kind of leave it at that.
That's
sometime.
why I live in a different county.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, a couple of counties away.
Oh.
Did you know experts say that teacher and daycare workers is the germiest job? A bank teller is the second most germ-ridden job. Now, I will tell you this. My wife tells me that every day they're sanitizing the classroom at least a dozen times a day.
So you would think that would be the cleanest place to be.
Yeah,
in a
definitely.
classroom.
But it's the most germiest job, though.
Oh, man.
It's a very germy job. It is. Did you know a baby spider is called? Do you have any idea what a baby spider is called?
A baby spider.
A baby spider. Think about it.
Okay, spiders with arachnophobia, baby arachne. I'm just guessing.
It's called a spiderling.
Oh, is it?
A baby spider is called a spiderling.
No kidding.
Yeah.
My friend,
a spiderling.
My friend up in Chicago. I got to show you this photo.
Chicago.
He took a picture of the spider hanging outside of his mom's house. And this thing is like yellowish, and it's like huge.
Okay.
It's like the size of, well, maybe not quite the size of your hand, but at least your palm.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what kind of spider is that? He writes back and says it's a garden spider. My mom calls it a garden. I'm like, that's no garden spider.
You know, when you said that, I just thought of this song. I went to a garden party.
I know, right?
By Rick.
Isn't that a nice melody too?
Yeah, it is. I like that song.
Rick Nelson.
Yeah, Rick Nelson. There we go.
Nice
Thank you.
melody.
I appreciate that. Anytime I need info on a music song, I should know it because I'm a DJ. But you
sometimes I don't remember them either.
Yeah. But you're good though with a lot of stuff like that.
We used to play a lot of those golden oldies.
Yeah. Good morning. You're on the radio with us. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with this morning?
Well, it's always a pleasure to talk to me.
Oh no, it's your pleasure to talk to us.
I don't know who's lying to you about that, but okay.
Good morning,
Good
Phil.
Lord.
How are you?
Hey, doing good. Doing my husbandly duties is taking out the garbage.
Okay, very good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That means taking out the third ex-wife as well, right?
The third ex-wife?
Yes.
Oh!
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
I haven't got that far yet.
Yeah, taking out the trash. Okay, have you walked Snowy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She's already done her thing, and now I'm just taking out the trash.
There's something here
loud this morning.
that there's something here in the studio that I want to
Oh yeah, those little.
I'm wanting to be like a little kid right now. Do you mind if I do what I want to do with this?
But as he was just taking Snowy out for that walk and Snowy doing her thing, that little plastic baggie that wraps up our newspapers, that could be used for that.
Do you mind if I pop this on the air?
No.
Is that okay with you? All right.
Go ahead.
Ready? Here we go.
Woo.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay,
what
good.
Was it?
Did it break your eardrum?
It was a newspaper plastic bag, and I didn't blow air in it, but I put air in it. So I don't know, but I popped it. Okay.
And those newspaper plastic bags, you can recycle those. So I throw these. I purposely take it home and I put them in my recyclables.
Okay.
Bonnie, you still get a newspaper at the house?
No, she gets it here at the station.
I know you get it at the station, but I'm asking about the house.
You don't get it to the house.
I don't get it to the house yet. No. I want to do that for my weekend editions, but I haven't been able to work that out quite yet.
Because I know the newspaper industry is hurting big time because no one's buying newspapers anymore because they read it all online now. So
Bonnie needs to get 10 subscriptions then.
Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm still buying it, and I know there are some people that still love to pick up that newspaper and look at the coupons.
Bonnie likes to have that tangible stuff in her hands because she does. It's better for her to read from paper than it is from online. Everybody's different. I know that I like to read online. Bonnie likes to read the actual paper.
I kind of like to do both. Anywhere I can get my information. And I know there's like one lady at work too that said her nephew even still gets the newspaper. He reads it inside and out.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Shh.
What are you doing?
I heard sound in the background.
Right.
Wait, for me?
Yeah.
That's birds.
Oh, I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, they're quite loud in the morning.
Oh, can you walk over to where they are?
When I come back from the gym in the morning, they are loud, man.
Oh.
What kind of birds are they, Phil? Do you know?
Kind of fly.
I can't exactly see them in the dark.
Get a flashlight.
Yeah, I get a flashlight.
I take a sigh of relief. Like tomorrow, I'm going to do my running thing. And I have a sigh of relief when I see something flying and it's a bird, but I get really scared when it's bats flying around.
Oh, that's
sometimes they're 2 or 3 or 4 at a time.
That's not
good. I had an owl in my backyard 2 nights ago.
An owl?
Yeah.
Oh, was it a big one?
Yeah, it was funny. I was out back because I went to go check something that was had been fixed on the gate on the back of the house. And then, of course, we have rabbits all over the place.
Yeah.
And there was like 2 rabbits in the backyard. And then there's something swooped down and I kind of went, what was that?
Oh, really?
My flashlight up in the tree and it was an owl.
It was an owl. And I told Evan a few Saturday mornings ago back, I spotted a tiny, tiny owl on a neighbor's mailbox while I was running.
I got that.
Yeah?
Who? No, who's on first?
Who?
No, who? Yeah, who's on first?
But then, I went back to look at it. I didn't touch it, but then I ran away fast because I knew that mama owl would be close by. And if they would attack you, I think their talons could be
For
deadly
shizzle.
and resourceful.
Yes.
There's a beautiful video floating around, I think on YouTube, of it's like 3 owls like in their nest and they're eating rats.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That is.
Yeah,
That's
but it's funny.
gross.
It's something you show your friends and they go, ah.
Oh, there's a viral video.
So
for us.
Bonnie,
Ooh, man.
Phil has a surprise for you.
Yeah.
But we're not going to tell you what it is.
I have a surprise for him.
Yeah, you yes. Come on, think
I do?
about it. Yes, you do.
Okay.
You forgot. You told me about it.
Does he have a golden pebble in his pocket or something?
No.
A golden pebble
Golden
in my
pebble.
pocket.
No. Phil has a surprise for you, but you have to wait till next week
All right.
Yeah.
to get it.
Maybe Phil's going to be coming in studio with us.
Yes,
I'm
I will be in on Monday morning.
Good.
Oh, now it's Monday?
Oh, right.
Yes, Monday. Yeah.
What happened to Wednesday?
I have to work Wednesday.
Oh, you're off Monday?
Yeah, I'm off Monday.
Wow. No, don't bring any food in here
Yeah.
for me because I'm on a diet.
Don't bring donuts. Only this time.
Yeah, speaking of which, Bonnie, another 2 pounds down, got on the scale this morning.
Congrats.
I'm
Yay.
at 261 now.
Yay.
From 267.
That's it.
Oh, You know, I started at 267 on Monday, and I'm at 261, and it's only been 4 days.
No, I completely understand, because I was at 229 about 3 months ago. I'm now down to 205.
Wow.
That's excellent. And you lost a
Okay.
lot of pounds. It
All
sounds
right.
like Evan lost 6.
I lost 6.
So that's good.
Yeah,
I'm
getting
Yeah,
there.
I got on the exercise bike, and I do about
Okay.
45 minutes.
All right. We have another call coming in. Let me grab this call, and then we got to get to news. All right?
All righty.
All right. See you later. Bye. Hi. Good morning. You're on the air.
I heard you talking about Ricky Nelson, so let's test the DJ. What was Ricky Nelson's #1 hit ever?
All right. Let me think for a minute. Hold on. I'm thinking.
My first announcement is Garden Party, but I'm probably
It's the
wrong.
girl's name.
Hold on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Hold
Are
on.
you looking it up?
No, I'm not looking it up at all.
You're Googling me.
No, not at all.
Is it Robin?
Hello. Goodbye, heart.
No, I couldn't find it. I did Google it.
Hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart. Remember
No,
that
it
song?
was Mary Lou.
Oh, it's Mary Lou.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot.
All right.
Wow. You tested us with some good trivia.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm going to have to test the DJ once a day now. Uh-oh.
All right. Well, you know what? That could be a regular segment on the program. Test the DJ.
Right. I'll talk to you later, big guy.
Hey, guy, have a great weekend, by the way.
You too, guys.
All right, buddy. God bless. We'll talk to you soon. All right. Bye-bye. I love when Jeff calls. It's good, good to hear his
I like
voice.
it when our knowledge is tested.
I know.
And then I can't remember, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember it. Anyway, it's time for news once again on a blended show this morning at 6:48. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin for the best deals in town on precious metals. Always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie is standing by at the news desk. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. People 65 and older or at high risk of severe COVID-19 infection are now eligible for a third dose of the Pfizer vaccine. The Food and Drug Administration granted emergency use authorization for the additional shot Wednesday evening after a meeting of the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, part of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC meeting continued Thursday when the committee voted to uphold most of the FDA's recommendations. The FDA's vaccines and related biological products advisory number 17 recommended the 2 priority groups dose at least 6 months after their second. A federal grand jury is indicting Brian Laundrie in connection with the death of girlfriend Gabby Petito, but not for murder.
The indictment accuses Laundrie of using a debit card and PIN numbers to steal about $1,000, presumably from his fiancée. Meantime, the search continues for Laundrie in a swampy area near his home in Northport. Governor Ron DeSantis told reporters he was touched by the community's support for Gabby Petito.
Most of these people never met her probably, but you see how it's really impacted this community.
Meantime, a law firm's Tampa office is offering a $20,000 reward for information leading to Laundrie. I'm Gordon Bird.
More people and more hardware are joining in the search here in Florida for Brian Laundrie. Northport police say a total of 75 officers from 16 different agencies are now working in the Carlton Reserve. School districts across Central Florida are reacting to the Florida Surgeon General's quarantine and COVID-19 policies. Alan Spector reports.
Orange County Public Schools are reminding students and their families that their mask requirement remains in effect through October 30th, with the goal of keeping kids safe in the classroom. Osceola, Volusia, and Marion County officials say they will adhere to the new policy regarding quarantine guidelines. The new rule leaves it up to parents how long an asymptomatic student will remain quarantined after exposure to COVID-19. Alan Spector, News Radio WFLA Orlando.
In Stewart, an 82-year-old woman who alerted deputies on May 12 she had been sexually assaulted inside her Hidden Harbor Estates home calmly described the attack in court on Thursday as a prosecutor asked her to identify items pulled from brown evidence bags. I was on the couch sleeping, the TV was on, and all of a sudden I looked up and there was somebody over me. He tied up my hands and he had a knife on the table, the woman testified. from the witness stand. She froze up, she recalled. I thought he was going to kill me. He raped me, she said, and then he untied me, took everything with him, and left. The man accused of entering her home wearing a black hat and black bandana-type mask heard her testimony via a Spanish interpreter as he sat with his court-appointed lawyer just feet away from the woman. Marvin Alon Mendoza, age 21, was taken into custody May 18 by members of a U.S. Marshals task force after Martin County Sheriff's officials got a positive DNA hit from evidence records show. Sheriff's investigators called the attack invasion involving rape and battery at the woman's condominium complex south of Stewart. Lastly, the U.S. is donating another 500 million doses of Pfizer vaccine to low-income countries, that is, to help end the pandemic. The government struck a deal to get them at cost, so they're heavily discounted. Another 500 million doses were already being handed out, so this makes it 1 billion. The goal is to have them all distributed within a year. The Tampa Bay Bucks will need a win over the Rams in Los Angeles on Sunday to keep pace with Carolina. The Panthers are now 3-0 after a 24-9 victory at Houston last night in NFL football. Tomorrow's college football schedule includes Florida hosting Tennessee, FSU is hosting Louisville, and Miami hosting Central Connecticut. Hey, tonight we have high school football action on the air for you. Jensen will be at St. Lucie West Centennial. The game will air on both WPSL and WSTU starting at 7 tonight. News time 6:53, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
.654 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Martin Funeral Home, Port St. Lucie, and Stewart. Bonnie?
It's a nice clear ride during these early Friday morning hours. No accidents to report right now. We're not finding any kind of tie-ups, slowdowns on the Turnpike and I-95. All looking good right here. And there's your latest look at traffic. Stewart, this morning we have 76, and in Port Maria, Jamaica, a warm 79. Here's our weekend weather at WPTV.
Happy Friday to you. Some sunshine this morning with showers and thunderstorms taking over later on this afternoon. High temperatures warm and muggy into the upper 80s to near 90. Showers and storms should end after sunset, becoming partly cloudy overnight, mid 70s over the weekend. Warm and muggy on Saturday. Then a weak front moves through with a little taste of fall late Sunday and Monday. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist James Wheeland on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
6:58 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. 1 hour down, 2 more to go on the final blended show of the week. G and Ray will be back next Monday entertaining you. We want to thank everybody that's been on with us all week. Of course, thank Linda Lou Salisbury for joining us yesterday. The plant lady gave us some great advice on how to get your garden ready for the wintertime.
Yeah, she had some really terrific advice for us yesterday. And she told us about the different palm trees, too, that there are. And we learned that there are just so many kinds.
Yep, definitely so. Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, Major Carlos Rodriguez is going to be here from the Fort Pierce Police Department. We're going to be speaking with him about the ongoing investigation into the vehicular death of the little 10-year-old girl in Fort Pierce. We'll get an update on their investigation, find out if they've caught anybody yet, if anybody is in custody, if they're still looking for the vehicle. We'll get all that information from him in a little bit in the 8 o'clock hour. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station, and WPSL, Port St. Lucie, the Talk of the Treasure Coast, and the band played on.
live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Madam Announcer. Hour number 2 for me and you on the Get Up and Go show.
Does anybody mind if I turn on my radio?
Yeah, you can turn that radio on.
It's fine being artistic, just not on this show.
All right, well, just be artistic.
Remember, the show is free.
That's right. The show is always free. We don't charge a dime. Just bring us food, okay? 7:08, Mr. Clock, would you certify the time, please?
It's now 7:08 a.m.
That's right, Bonnie. We never charge for food or we never charge to listen to the show. We just want people to bring us food, right?
Yeah, once in a while, a donut is fine.
Yeah, donut's fine. Not for me, though, for you, because I'm
while
on a
you're
diet.
on your grandiose diet. No way.
Not at all.
But I could handle maybe one or two.
Okay, very good. Good morning. You're on the radio.
You want me to bring you an egg and croissant sandwich?
Jeez, hour number 2 and you're calling again.
Well,
My
I had to
gosh.
correct Jeff on something. Jeff was absolutely wrong about Ricky Nelson. That was not his number 1 hit. Hello, Mary Lou.
No.
Hello, Mary Lou, according to the Billboard Top 40 book, 1961 went as high as number 9 on the Top 40. Ricky Nelson, 2 number 1 hits, and exactly stayed 2 weeks at number 1. The first one was from 1958. Poor Little Fool. And then the second one was from 1961, 2 weeks at number 1, Traveling Man.
Okay.
And then, by the way, Garden Party you were asking about, Bonnie, was number 6 in 1972.
Oh, well, it only went to number 6, and that's like
only went to number 6.
His most popular one. And Hello, Mary Lou, I think, has a better, just a better tune than Poor Little Fool. I like Hello, Mary Lou.
Traveling Man was his other number 1 hit. So, at 2 weeks. So, Jeff, you're wrong.
Okay. Well, there you go. You've just busted Jeff's bubble. I have to make a note. Hold on here. Put candy in car.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to do that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We're going to bring Phil's taste test back. Bonnie, it's going to be some intense stuff that he's going to be tasting.
But I can't be tasting
they
anything.
Have a new 1-chip challenge out.
They do?
Yeah, it's with the Carolina Reaper pepper, the one, the regular one,
right?
Mixed with the new Scorpion pepper, which is just as hot.
A scorpion pepper.
So they took both of these and put them into one chip.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, we're gonna have to order one. Email me the link.
It's on Amazon.
Well, email me the link. I'm doing the show this morning. Email me the link.
Well, that's never stopped you before.
I know. Well, email me the link, and I'll order one up, and then I'll get a hold of Brian Bosio, and we'll get that guy in here again to do to do the 1-chip challenge.
He was daring. Yeah. He was with the police department too.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
Wasn't he?
Well, my birthday's coming up next month. We can do the big birthday show again with that like we did last year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That'll be fun. Oh, by the way, on Monday, I'm not trying anything because I go to directly to another job on Monday. So I can't, if you have a surprise, I can't eat anything.
No.
To make
We're
me
not.
sick.
We're not going to do that because Bonnie goes to her second job. So
no, we're not going to.
It's off the it's off the table for Bonnie on Monday. It's a no Bonnie Monday. No Bonnie food Monday.
No Bonnie eating Monday.
All right, we got to get to birthdays. We'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye.
News on the radio. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
On this Friday, September the 24th, 2021, if you're born today, happy birthday to you, yours, and everyone else around you. If you know somebody celebrating a birthday, please call us and wish them a happy birthday. 220-9788, 220-WSTU. We welcome your calls. Bonnie, any birthdays that you have you want to wish anybody?
Well, we got some big names coming up tomorrow, Evan.
Okay.
Barbara Walters, for one.
Oh, my gosh.
Is turning 92 tomorrow.
Holy crap skis.
And Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas married Hollywood stars. They both celebrate tomorrow.
Okay.
She's 52. He's turning 77.
All righty.
And Will Smith also tomorrow is turning 53.
All right. We have a phone call. Maybe somebody wants to wish somebody a happy birthday.
If
Good morning.
you Google what was Ricky Nelson's most famous song, The first one that pops up is Mary Lou.
Here we go. Here's
That's
Jeff.
how I got it.
Here's Jeff. Jeff has got the
I'm back
rebuttal.
on this. I asked, what was Ricky Nelson's most famous song?
Famous.
Garden Party would have
Garden
been.
Party it would have been.
Well, Mary Lou pops up first on Google. So that's where I got it from.
All right.
Never rely
so
on
now,
Google.
so now we know
Google
that.
may be wrong,
Right.
but I just picked it up from Google. I cheated too.
Cool.
All right, we all can cheat. All right, now get to work.
Bye.
See ya. All right. So anyway, Ben, did you have any birthdays? I'm sorry.
Oh, George, our friend George is celebrating today too,
Okay.
up in Tennessee. Your good friend.
Oh, it's his
George.
birthday today. That's
It
right.
is.
That's right.
Happy
Should
birthday.
You know what? Oh, hold on. Our phone's ringing again. Let's go to the phones. Hi. Good morning.
All right, Jeff is wrong.
Oh. You just have to participate.
I just gave him
don't you?
data from the Billboard Top 40.
Okay.
It's Traveling Man and what am I?
All right.
Number one for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Mary Lou might come up on Google, like everything on Google's true.
Listen, you two need to get together and go have lunch.
Go
and-
have a
and-
garden party.
Yeah, go have a garden party.
Smoke
all right.
some.
Yes, go smoke some. All right, we got to run. I got to get.
And by the way, Mary Lou, number one. No, it was only went as high as number 9 on the top 40.
Okay.
So.
All right, I got to call George on the air. It's his birthday. See.
Bye.
All right, I got to call George.
I wonder why he hasn't called us this morning,
No.
being that it's his birthday and all.
I'm gonna probably wake him up. Let me see here. All right. Do you mind if I sing to him?
No, go right
All right,
ahead.
good.
I'm
Hope
not
you
going to
don't-
sing
Will
along.
you sing with
but
me?
No.
Oh, come
We want to
on.
keep our listeners, so you do the singing.
Oh, come on.
You sing, Evan.
You sing low and I'll sing loud. Okay.
Hello.
Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday.
you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Georgie.
Georgie Porgy.
Happy birthday to you.
What did I know it'd be you?
That's right.
How young are we today?
How young are you today?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Old enough to know better.
All right. Well, how old are you though? Real in a serious note.
67.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow?
George is one of my longtime bestest friends.
Hmm.
Honestly, we go back probably 35, 40 years.
Amazing.
Yeah, we go back a long time.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I just want to call and take a moment to wish you a happy birthday, buddy.
All right.
You know,
thanks.
enjoy your day, and I'm glad I woke you up. Now go back to sleep.
All right, guys,
All right, see
thanks
you
a
later. Bye
lot.
bye.
Man, he sounds out of it this morning. Did he just come out of surgery or something?
No, but I'm probably the only person that could get away with calling him because it's 6:15 in the morning where he is
Oh, yeah.
in Kentucky.
Okay.
It's 6:15 in the morning, so it's really early there.
Yeah.
The crows aren't even crowing yet.
No wonder why he sounded so sleepy.
Yes. Anyway, back to birthdays. Ben Platt is 28 years old today. That's Evan and dear Evan Hansen. Stephanie McMahon is 45. If you're wondering who Stephanie McMahon is, you won't recognize her name unless you follow professional wrestling. She is the WWE's $1 billion princess and also the boss's daughter, who is married to Triple H, otherwise known as Paul Levesque.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's a billionaire.
It's all in the family.
All in keeping it in the family. Nia Vardalos is 59 years old today from My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Kevin Sorbo, 63. That's Hercules. Mean Joe Green. Remember him? I bet Pittsburgh Deb knows who that is.
Oh, yeah. Mean Joe Green.
That's right.
He was in like the most famous Pepsi commercial
Yes.
during the Super Bowl.
With that little kid.
Yes.
That commercial
Yeah.
is amazing. Whoever produced that is a genius.
They had a documentary on it too, not too long ago, where
Agreed.
the little kid is all grown up now.
Mhm.
And he and Mean Joe Green have remained friends throughout the years.
Mhm.
So they were interviewing them in a football stadium in the stands when the
Mhm.
stands were empty.
Mhm.
But the two of them, this little kid, all grown up from the commercial, they kind of had like this sort of really good bond throughout
That's
the
cool.
years.
I
From
think
it
that's
too.
really super cool.
Yeah.
Celebrating a birthday in the heavens today, Phil Hartman from Saturday Night Live passed away in 98. Linda McCartney, Paul's wife.
Paul's first wife. Right?
Passed away.
He married
in
that
98.
second. He did marry that second one.
I think so.
With the she had like a wooden leg and she was on Dancing with the Stars. She looked
so.
just like Linda, really.
Mhm.
They're no longer together.
She passed away in 98. And Jim Henson, the Muppets genius, the guy that made the Muppets, passed away in 1990, celebrating a birthday today.
Wow.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
14 years ago in 2007, The Big Bang Theory premiered on CBS.
Big Bang Theory. Oh, I love that
Mhm.
show. I could still watch all those reruns. And Mayim Bialik from Big Bang Theory, she wants to be the official Jeopardy host.
Yeah.
She's been filling in now, and she wants to keep hosting it. She's having the best time of her life, she's saying.
Excellent. Excellent. Maybe
Yep.
you should try out for that.
I don't know. Aaron Rodgers was on it.
Yeah.
And I missed that episode.
How did he do? Did you watch any of it?
I didn't watch the one that he was on, but I
Okay.
guess he's been like a huge Jeopardy fan, and
okay.
he got to do it.
All right. 16 years ago, in 2005, Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher were secretly married. They split up in 2011. How about that one?
So they were together for 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years.
Uh-huh.
Good morning. You're on the radio. Who do we have the pleasure of talking
This
to?
is John. Good morning, all.
Hey, John. How are you?
No worse, thank you.
That's a good thing. You're vertical. That's a good thing.
I got engaged to a lady with a wooden leg. I broke it off.
Oh my God.
Don't make me laugh.
The studio audience approves of the joke.
Did I make your day?
Yes, it did. That really did.
My dad was engaged to a lady with a wooden leg. Her name was Eileen.
Eileen? Yeah, well, the lady I was engaged to works at IHOP now.
Oh!
And she has a sister that lives in Japan. Her name is Irene. Did I tell you I tried? Did I tell you I tried snorting coke once, and
you never did.
the bottle got stuck up my nose?
Wait, I was waiting for the punchline. Oh, that
was
is the punchline.
He's talking about a bottle of Coke.
Yeah.
What's the punchline? I said the bottle got stuck up my nose. Isn't that enough? Oh my!
Oh, give me one more, John. I need one more to get me through the weekend. Give me one more good one. Give me your best. Give me your best shot.
My best shot.
Best shot.
You know why I got fired when I was a male stripper?
No, tell me why.
They said I was making the women squint.
Oh my gosh!
Why were they squinting?
Bonnie, honey, you need
No,
to
we
call
can't
me.
divulge that information.
Wait, what?
You need to call me when you
Call
can,
John.
please.
Okay.
Yeah, he wants to see if he can make
I
you
want to talk to you
squint.
about the theater.
Oh, okay. Some theater.
All right.
All
Oh
right.
my gosh, I have a stomach
Yes,
ache from laughing so damn hard.
All
this
right,
morning.
stay healthy and don't talk to strangers.
God bless you. All right, take care.
Bye-bye now.
Oh my gosh.
He thinks he's Rick Springfield or something.
Oh my gosh. Don't talk to strangers. I remember that song.
Oh
my gosh.
That John.
He's a piece of work. He's definitely a piece of work without
He's
a
a
doubt.
firework. He's a firework.
Bonnie, today is National Cherries Jubilee Day. National Cherries Jubilee Day.
Never really had that before.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've had it once or twice.
Yeah. Is it like cherries on Jello or something?
I'm not
Like,
sure. I'm not sure. We have one more call before we get to news, though.
Okay.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, man.
Oh, no. It's Fredo.
Hey, we don't want to invite you to Fredo stand-up comedy this weekend. Yeah, man. I tell good jokes like, my girlfriend wore a red, white, and blue dress, and she sat out in the corner, and 5 people tried to mail a letter. Hey-oh. Yeah, man.
Tell me when to laugh, okay?
Yeah, man. My girlfriend was so fat in school, when she turned around, she erased the blackboard. Yeah, man.
Oh.
That's brutal.
You shouldn't make fun of fat people.
No. All right. Well, I'll let you do.
Good joke. Yeah, man.
I'll let you do one more joke, and then we got to get to news.
When first time I met my girlfriend, we were at the park. I kind of, cocked towards her. She cocked towards me. And then we were cockeyed all day long looking at each other. Yeah, man.
Cockeyed.
Cockeyed. All right. On that note, I'm going to let you go. All right.
Yeah, man.
Have a wonderful
So
day.
silliness.
No idea. Oh my gosh. Busy morning today between all the characters calling and this, that, and the other. 7:22, it's news time. Let's go to the news desk where it's time to get a little serious with the headlines. Bonnie is standing by at the news desk. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. A federal grand jury is indicting Brian Laundrie in connection with the death of girlfriend Gabby Petito, but not for murder.
The indictment accuses Laundrie of using a debit card and PIN numbers to steal about $1,000, presumably from his fiancée. Meantime, the search continues for Laundrie in a swampy area near his home in Northport. Governor Ron DeSantis told reporters he was touched by the community's support for Gabby Petito.
Most of these people never met her probably, but you see how it's really impacted this community.
Meantime, a law firm's Tampa office is offering a $20,000 reward for information leading to Laundrie. I'm Gordon Bird.
Governor Ron DeSantis says he has come up with a workaround as the feds redirect supplies of monoclonal antibodies to other states.
The state of Florida has been able to acquire an additional 3,000 doses of the monoclonal antibody Sotrovimab, which is manufactured by GlaxoSmithKline.
In Tampa, DeSantis said the state may soon have to ration monoclonal treatments for COVID-19 because of the Biden administration's decision to cut supplies going to Florida. A 10-year-old girl has died after a hit-and-run crash Thursday morning in Fort Pierce, authorities said. The crash happened shortly before 6:15 a.m. at Skylark Drive and Oleander Avenue. Police say Yesenia Berenice Rodriguez Gonzalez was crossing the street to get to her school bus, which was stopped with its red lights flashing and stop sign extended. A white sedan going northbound went around the parked bus, hit the girl, then took off. When officers arrived at the scene, they found Rodriguez Gonzalez lying unconscious in a grassy area. Rodriguez Gonzalez was taken to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center, where she later died from her injuries. Police said Yesenia Berenice Rodriguez Gonzalez was crossing the street to get to her school bus, which was stopped with its red lights flashing and stop sign extended. When officers arrived at the scene, they found Rodriguez Gonzalez lying unconscious in a grassy area. She was then taken to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center, where she later died from her injuries. While it's unclear if the driver was male or female, investigators said they are looking for a white four-door sedan with front-end damage. We want to find this person and take them into custody, said Major Carlos Rodriguez with the Fort Pierce Police Department. As parents struggle to find some of their children's favorite snacks and juice boxes at grocery stores, school districts are having to adjust. The Martin County School District announced they will be making changes to their menu for students. The school district posted that they're experiencing unprecedented food cuts without prior notice from their suppliers. The shortages are causing significant menu changes that even affect allergy-adjusted meal plans. If you have any questions about specific changes, you're asked to email askfns@martinschools.org or call 772-223-2655, extension 58100. So many shortages all of a sudden. The Wall Street Journal says that the factors include overseas shipping bottlenecks, staff shortages at processing plants, trucker shortages, and now Nabisco bakers strike on top of everything else, threatening Oreo cookies and Ritz cracker supplies. Lastly, a decommissioned tugboat will be sunk as an artificial reef on Saturday, about 13 miles southeast of the Fort Pierce Inlet and 13 miles northeast of the St. Lucie Inlet. Tug Singleton, 85 feet long, 30 feet wide, 42 feet tall, will be the 68th artificial reef St. Lucie County has deployed since 2005, said Coastal Resources Director Jim Oppenborn. The steel tug, built in 1951, will be the fifth tug sunk since 1995. Warriors forward Andrew Wiggins has so against getting the COVID-19 vaccine, creating uncertainty if he will be available for home games by the start of the season. The NBA is not requiring players to be vaccinated, but if a local jurisdiction requires proof of vaccination to enter an arena, then a player would need an exemption of some kind. Our news time is at 7:27. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:28 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. It's all brought to you by Seacoast Air Conditioning. Don't roast, call Seacoast. Bonnie?
Well, in Martin County, we do see an accident on the roads right now. This one is on I-95 southbound in Palm City. I-95 southbound, this is at mile marker 106, and we're not finding any roadblock from this accident. And if you see something, say something, give us a call. We're at 220-9788, 0 WSTU. Right now in Palm City, it is 76. And in Muskegon, Michigan this morning, it's 45. Here's more on our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Friday to you. Some sunshine this morning with showers and thunderstorms taking over later on this afternoon. High temperatures warm and muggy into the upper 80s to near 90. Showers and storms should end after sunset, becoming partly cloudy overnight, mid 70s over the weekend. Warm and muggy on Saturday. Then a weak front moves through with a little taste of fall late Sunday and Monday. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist James Wieland on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
This is not headline news. Daniel Radcliffe revealed which Harry Potter movie is his favorite. He says it's the one he'll make in about a year when he really needs the money. Jason Statham's new movie is called The Beekeeper. It's a socio-political satire about capitalism. Just kidding. He shoots guns and growls. Actress Nia Vardalos turns 59 today. Get ready for her new movie, My Big Fat Greek Menopause. And Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones both have birthdays tomorrow. So cute watching them celebrate together. He blows out the candles, and she turns on his oxygen tank. This is not headline news.
From not your headline news to the stupid stuff.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
So, you know, people have they do the stupidest things. And this one kind of takes the cake. A sports memorabilia website announced a pair of Michael Jordan's underwear bearing signs of definite use is being auctioned with a starting bid of $500, Bonnie.
Wow. Do you think they'll get $500 for it?
Well, the website said that the underwear formerly belonged to the legendary Chicago Bulls player and is being sold by a family member, John Michael Wozniak, Jordan's former security guard. Now, the website said the unusual item shows signs of definite use and has some loose threads evident at the seams. Leland's said the underwear was one of several items gifted to him or gifted to the security guard from Jordan. So why would Michael Jordan gift a used pair of underwear to his former security guard?
Maybe he didn't like wearing them anymore.
So that means he went commando. No underwear at all.
I don't know. Maybe, or he wanted some underwear replaced and give these ones away.
Why would somebody want a pair of used Michael Jordan underwear with signs of use?
Well, because they're Michael Jordan underwear. I mean, Michael Jordan is.
I don't think I would want anybody's underwear with signs of use in them at all. I don't know. That's just disgusting.
It is, but, you know, he's probably the number one ranked topping selling athlete of product in the world.
I hope they were washed at least.
I'm hoping so.
Let's go to Omaha, Nebraska, where a 39-year-old man went to Taco Bell and the drive-thru a couple of weeks ago. It was 2 a.m, and he had a lot going on. In addition to driving, he was eating, talking to a friend on the phone, and he was also admiring a knife that someone had given him.
Oh.
Now.
How weird.
Yeah.
Admiring.
Now, a knife. Now, it's unclear if it was the same friend as the one on the phone. At some point, his vehicle hit a large pothole or a bump in the road, and the jolt made him accidentally stab his right thigh with the knife.
My gosh.
Leaving him with a deep puncture wound that was larger than an inch across. The man drove himself to the ER room, but his condition is currently unknown.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a tragic story.
Yes. Good morning. You're on the radio.
Good morning.
There's the wife. Good morning, wife. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I am fantastic. Besides, I sent that video. She sent me this video this morning, Bonnie. She walked out of the house and there was this noise. Hear that? It's the neighbor's air conditioner.
That's what I was going to, that looks like my air conditioner in my house right there.
Yeah.
That's the color shade of my house.
I walked out of the house and I was like, who is working this early in the morning between our houses?
Yeah.
And I look over and I'm like, oh, that's the neighbor's air conditioner.
They need it serviced. I hope they have the warranty people that come over.
I don't even know if they're in town, to be honest with you.
Oh, really?
No, I have no idea. I mean, I have the combination to get into their home in an emergency. They gave it to me.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if he's going to want me to go over there and physically turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening to that. I was afraid. I was like, I'm afraid it's going to, maybe blow up or.
Oh, man, did it wake you up this morning?
It's going to, well, no, because it's on the opposite side of where our bedroom is, and I could sleep through anything. So.
Yeah. I know you drop a bomb and she won't wake up.
Wow. I wish I could sleep like that.
Yeah.
When I get into a good sleep, no.
Yeah.
I've
gone and literally taken.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. No joke. I've taken my hands and like this, like violently shake her, and she'll just be.
Wow.
Yeah, she just won't wake up.
No, I would wake right out of that. Do you wake up to an alarm, or does
that? She does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might have to put like a vibrating alarm alongside you. Of course.
It usually only happens on the weekend when I get into a really deep sleep, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of alarms, I fixed a situation. Remember I told you about when I woke up the other morning and I thought it was 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Well, I found out what was wrong, Bonnie and Rachel. The backup batteries in my alarm clock were dead.
Oh.
So when you get a power surge, because the batteries were dead, it resets the time. So now I changed the batteries and I pulled the plug out of the wall to check it, and it kept the time. So that was my problem.
Good to go for another year.
At least another year or two. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, another year or two. So anyway, hey, here's a good question for you, Rach. Give me your opinion on it. I got Bonnie's. There's somebody that's auctioning off a pair of Michael Jordan's used underwear.
That's why I was calling.
Yeah. All right. So what's your thoughts on that?
That is absolutely disgusting.
Oh, there you go.
Absolutely disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah, but somebody's going to buy them.
I don't care how famous a person is.
I wouldn't frame those and put them up on my wall.
No, but somebody's going to want them. I mean, it's Michael Jordan.
I don't care if it was Shamar Moore.
Well, I don't know.
Who's Shamar Moore?
Oh, that's Rachel's heartthrob on that damn show.
Oh, that guy from the CIS.
CSI.
No, Criminal Minds.
Criminal
now
Minds.
He plays on SWAT.
Yeah, she's got a fantasy for Shamar Moore.
He used to be on The Young and the Restless too.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is.
Is he your fantasy man?
You can admit
Besides
it.
Evan, of course.
You can admit it. That's fine.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely my favorite actor.
There, yeah. Notice she was very conservative on that one.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's all right. All right. Anyway, we got to run because we got to finish our stupid news here. So, have a wonderful day, and we're going to Universal tomorrow. By the way, 7% chance of rain. Just so you know.
Woo!
Okay.
7%. So anyway, all right. I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Love you. It is. Let's go to St. Louis, where police in St. Louis arrested a 24-year-old man named Antonio Woods last Wednesday after he allegedly stole a go-kart from 3 kids, ages 4, 6, and 9. 4, 6, and 9. How dare he do something?
Was this one of those go-karts that the kids made, like to put in the competition?
Okay.
Didn't the Boy Scouts do that sort of thing?
Well, here's the thing.
Time?
Here's the thing, Bon. He just didn't push them aside. He pulled out a gun and pointed it at the 9-year-old and demanded that they give up the go-kart.
Wow.
Well, they did.
So
he jumped in and took off, and the kid's grandmother happened to catch it happening, and she immediately called the police. They caught up with the guy, and he led them on a brief chase before crashing into a tree. He was charged with robbery, and the kids got the go-kart back, although it's unclear what shape it's in.
Yeah, right.
And it wouldn't
smashing into that tree.
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise us if the authorities added a charge for pulling a gun on kids as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Stupid.
old does it say? How old was this man?
Yeah, he's 24 years old.
Yeah.
24. Moving on to New Hampshire, where 31-year-old Joshua Parent of New Hampshire decided he wanted to go for a drive the other day. So he went driving very, very fast, and he was pulled over and arrested after police clocked him doing 135 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
Wait, it gets worse.
Oh, my gosh.
He had 2 young kids, both under the age of 5 in the car.
Oh, more
with
stupidity.
Him. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Mr. Parent has been charged with reckless operation and child endangerment, along with other violations.
How do people? How did he even have those kids in his custody when a person does that sort of thing?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yikes!
Sunday morning last week, cops near Tampa, Florida, were in the middle of a standoff with an armed teenager on a rooftop. Then a 28-year-old woman named Jessica Smith drove right through the middle of everything in a golf cart, completely naked.
Okay, so I'm picturing a boy on a rooftop.
Boy on a roof with a gun.
With a gun.
Armed. Police on the ground. Standing their ground. And a woman drives through the whole thing in a golf cart, butt naked.
Do they have this on video?
Yes.
Somewhere?
Yes.
Oh.
And it was a total coincidence that she drove through butt naked. Now, she had nothing to do with a standoff and had no reason to be there.
You would think she was driving through because she did have something to do with it to get the police's eyes off of the young kid on the roof.
Yeah, I would think so. She's naked. But the police initially tried to shoo her away so they could focus on the standoff, but she refused and continued to joyride around the area butt naked.
Man.
She was eventually arrested and charged with resisting an officer, and not surprisingly, she was drunk.
So who gets arrested first? The boy with the gun on the roof?
Well, no, they got her first.
Or the
and
lady?
As far as the standoff goes with the 18-year-old, his name was Miles Abbott. Well, he was arrested after 6 hours, which included him firing a gun. He didn't hit anybody, but he did shoot himself in the right thigh. It's unclear if he was aware of the naked woman.
Those police were multitasking that day. They got this kid with a gun on a roof
and a naked lady on a golf cart.
Crazy lady riding around.
Yeah.
They had to do some multitasking.
Yeah. I would say so. Yeah, definitely so. Note to self, if you see a standoff and you own a golf cart, please do not drive anywhere near the area, especially if you're going to be naked in a golf cart, because that just doesn't jive.
Where did that happen, Evan? Was it a Florida woman? Was it here in Florida?
Yeah, it was here in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, only that kind of crap would happen in Florida.
Were there any gators involved too?
I couldn't tell you. But only that, honestly, only that kind of crap would happen.
Yeah.
So anyway, without further ado, we have another call real quick here before we get to news. Hi, good morning. You're on the air.
It's Palm City Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. How are you?
Good. That lady probably is a distant relative of Benjamin Franklin.
Oh, okay.
Didn't he do air baths and stuff?
I don't know.
When he went to France?
I couldn't tell
you. He used to open up all the windows and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look him up.
I will have to do that. I'll use one of our best friends. That's Mr. Google.
Sir Google. Yeah.
Yes. What are you doing this weekend? Anything special? You going to go see Denny play anywhere?
Where is he playing? Did he go to Memphis?
Well, he won the Blues thing, but I'm not sure where he's playing this weekend. I'll have to look. And I'll shoot you a text message.
Did you hear some of Denny's songs last week? He played a couple of his original songs.
Yeah.
I thought, he's very talented.
On Thursday, I had an appointment. I caught the tail end of the show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had an appointment.
All right. Very good. Very good. Got to get to news, Charlie. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, my friend.
A sparkling weekend.
I sure will. Take care. Bye-bye. It is 7:45 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news on a blended show this morning. G and Ray will be back on Monday. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town on any type of precious metals, make sure and go see St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Here's Bonnie with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning to you once again. School districts across Central Florida are reacting to the Florida Surgeon General's quarantine and COVID-19 policies. Alan Spector reports.
Orange County Public Schools are reminding students and their families that their mask requirement remains in effect through October 30th, with the goal of keeping kids safe in the classroom. Osceola, Volusia, and Marion County officials say they will adhere to the new policy regarding quarantine guidelines. The new rule leaves it up to parents how long an asymptomatic student will remain quarantined after exposure to COVID-19. Alan Spector, News Radio WFLA Orlando.
Governor Ron DeSantis says he has come up with a workaround as the feds redirect supplies of monoclonal antibodies to other states.
The state of Florida has been able to acquire an additional 3,000 doses of the monoclonal antibody Sotrovimab, which is manufactured by GlaxoSmithKline.
In Tampa, DeSantis said the state may soon have to ration monoclonal treatments for COVID-19 because of the Biden administration's decision to cut supplies going to Florida. Sam is now a hurricane. The storm is just under 1,500 miles east-southeast of the northern Leeward Islands with top winds of 75 miles an hour. It is still unclear at this point whether or not Sam will threaten land. An 82-year-old woman who alerted deputies on May 12th she had been sexually assaulted inside her Hidden Harbor Estates home in Stewart calmly described the attack in court on Thursday as the prosecutor asked her to identify items pulled from brown evidence bags. I was on the couch sleeping, the TV sudden I looked up and there was somebody over me. He tied my hands and he had a knife on the table. The woman testified from the witness stand. She froze up, she recalled. I thought he was going to kill me. He raped me, she said, and then he untied me, took everything with him and left. The man accused of entering her home wearing a black hat and black bandana-type mask heard her testimony via a Spanish interpreter as he sat with his court-appointed lawyer just feet away from the woman. Marvin Elon Mendoza, age 21, was taken into custody May 18 by members of a U.S. Marshals task force after Martin County Sheriff's officials got a positive DNA hit from evidence collected at the woman's home, arrest records show. Sheriff's investigators called the attack an armed home invasion involving rape and battery at the woman's condominium complex south of Stewart. A former janitor at a Florida high school has been sentenced to 60 years in prison for hiding a camera in a girl's restroom. Jeremy Jarrell Walker, age 31, was sentenced Tuesday in Orlando federal court, according to court. He was convicted in June of 2 counts of using or attempting to use children to produce sexually explicit videos. Mr. Walker did more than just stole the innocence and trust of these young victims, FBI Tampa Division Special Agent in charge Michael McPherson said. Walker was a contracted janitor at Oviedo High School in November 2019 when 2 15-year-old girls discovered an actively recording cell phone hidden under the sink in a student bathroom stall. The girls took the phone to school administrators who contacted Oviedo police. Forensic analysis of the cell phone revealed that Walker had placed the phone in the same location on 2 earlier dates, capturing a total of 12 students on video. Investigators also found that Walker had previously set up the phone in the school's faculty bathroom. And our news time at 7:50, take a look at sports. The NFL last night, the Carolina Panthers beat the Houston Texans by a score of 24-9. The White Sox secured their first AL Central crown since 2008 on Thursday with a 7-2 win over Cleveland. Chicago's division the first back-to-back playoff appearance in franchise history. The White Sox finished second in the AL Central last season before losing to the A's in the American League wild card. On tap for you tonight, we have some high school football action to air on both stations. So Jensen will play at St. Lucie West Centennial. The game starts at 7 to air on WPSL and right here on WSTU tonight. 7:51, we'll have weather and traffic together next.
The Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Martin Funeral Home, Port St. Lucie, and Stewart. Bonnie?
We do see a couple of accidents on I-95 this morning. Here on I-95 southbound in Palm City, there's an accident at mile marker 106 this morning. Roadblock from that accident. And to the north on I-95 northbound in Fort Pierce, an accident too is at mile marker 131 and not showing any roadblock. Traffic is getting through in that area right now. If you see something, say something. Let us know at 220-9788, 220-WSTU. Right now we have 76 here in Stewart, and in Paradise, Nevada, it's 78. Here's our weekend weather at WPTV.
Happy Friday to you. Some sunshine this morning with showers and thunderstorms taking over later on this afternoon. High temperatures warm and muggy into the upper 80s to near 90. Showers and storms should end after sunset, becoming partly cloudy overnight, mid 70s over the weekend. Warm and muggy on Saturday. Then a weak front moves through with a little taste of fall late Sunday and Monday. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist James Wheeland on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
7:58 on the Get Up and Go show. It's a blended show this morning. G and Ray on vacation. They will be returning on Monday with their batteries fully recharged, Bonnie.
Yeah, especially since G is spending a little time in Kissimmee at a famous resort.
Yeah, Margaritaville. He's going to have to drain all the margaritas in that Captain whatever it is that he drinks, right?
Maybe he'll bring some on the Monday morning show.
Ooh, I don't know.
He'll want to be full of energy when he wakes up on Monday morning.
I don't know. I don't know what Ray's been doing. Hopefully Ray has been recharging his batteries. He's like me. He's like a workaholic, so he just goes nonstop.
Yeah.
Bell to bell.
Maybe I'm hoping that Ray is fishing since he loves to go fishing in our area.
Maybe he'll hook himself a good sized fish.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, listen, we're going to step
big,
back.
Juicy snapper.
We're going to step back. Major Carlos Rodriguez from the Fort Pierce Police Department going to be here right after the news, giving us an update on the terrible, terrible tragedy. The little 10-year-old girl lost her life due to a hit-and-run driver. We'll speak with him right here on WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station, and WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast, and the band played on.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. It is September 24th, 2021.
Let the fun begin.
Let the fun begin.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Today's broadcast is being simulcast in broken English.
Broken English? Well, somebody please fix it so it's not broken anymore. Time now is 8:07. Mr. Clock, would you certify the time?
It's now 8:07 a.m.
And as I mentioned before at the beginning of the program at the 6 a.m. hour, the terrible news that came out of Fort Pierce, Florida yesterday was unfortunately that poor little 10-year-old girl succumbed to her injuries with the hit and run driver. We're joined now from the Fort Pierce Police Department, Major Carlos Rodriguez, who has been on our news partner, WPTV Channel 5, updating everybody. First of all, Major, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule for joining Bonnie and myself.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it. What I'd like to first start out with is, can you give our listeners an update on the case and where everything is at as of this moment?
Absolutely. But if you don't mind, I'd like to first thank everybody, the entire community, for all their tips and active participation in efforting finding the suspect vehicle driver. Everything, big or small, is important for us. So the businesses that assisted us, the community at large, the school board for providing counselors to the other kids who were on the bus, the officers who responded to the scene, as you can imagine, is very, very difficult. The hospital staff at Longwood Regional Medical Center has been tremendous. So I want to first and foremost say our hearts and prayers go out to Jacini Berenice Rodriguez Gonzalez and her family and friends.
I would agree with you wholeheartedly. You just, without the public's help, and this is so to get the word out, Major, and this is where I came up with the idea. I'm like, I have to have the Major on the show because this is another avenue to get the word out by broadcasting over the radio as well.
Oh, it's been instrumental, and tips big or small, and you never know because somebody may think that they have one vehicle, it could be another.
Mm-hmm.
So just seeing the outpouring of cooperation for everybody, and it's a tragic incident, but that shows that the community and in the media that will help us when we call upon them. So doing your show is a pleasure because we know it's reciprocal,
mm-hmm.
and you're there to help us. So thanks for having me again.
Oh, it's our pleasure. It's definitely our pleasure. We are simulcasting this morning because G and Ray are on vacation at our sister station, which is up in your area. So I figured let's get this on the air. Before you give us the update, first and foremost, what is a number that people can call with tips, information, if they have anything at all? I want to get that number out, which is so crucial. What number can people call?
I appreciate that. It's Treasure Coast Crime Stoppers,
mm-hmm.
and their hotline is 1-800-273-8477. Or easier, it's 1-800-273-TIPS, TIPS. Or they can contact the traffic homicide investigator, the lead investigator, which is Shane Stokes,
mm-hmm.
with the Fort Pierce Police Department, and you can contact him at 772-302-4764, or you can email him at sstokes@fppd.com.
Okay, very good.
Are you getting any closer to finding the driver of the vehicle?
We have a person of interest, and we have the vehicle that we believe was involved in this.
Okay.
As you know, these are ongoing criminal investigations.
Correct.
So that's where we're at right now, and that's why we're so appreciative. And it's through the combined effort and coordinated effort of all the tips, the diligent work by our Criminal Investigations Division at the Fort Pierce Police Department and everyone involved that we've been able to move this quickly. But as you know, we just ask for people's patience,
right?
Because right now they wanting to know, and it's a tragedy and a heinous crime that was committed, and people want to know, everything that we can. But in order to get a successful prosecution, we have to go methodically through that evidence, put it together, and make the arrest when applicable.
It's baby steps. It's definitely baby steps. Now, you say you have a person, and we say this is the proper way to put it. It's a person of interest. They have not been formally charged. They are not arrested or anything like that. Am I correct? It's just a person of interest.
Yes, sir. You are correct.
Okay, very good. Is the person of interest, can I ask, and can you divulge, is the person of interest in any kind of custody or anything like that? I know you said you have the vehicle.
Not at this time. No,
Okay.
They're not in custody.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. The investigation, it's very heartbreaking. And as a parent, and my co-host Bonnie is a bonus mom as well. It's very heartbreaking that, and we talked about it this morning, how somebody that can just run through a school bus and just keep going and not even realize the damage that was done. It's just, it's heinous. It's very disheartening, isn't it?
Yes. And until we know everything about it, right, get to speak and interview, interrogate the person involved, we're left with those kind of questions, right? If you hit a dog, a cat, anything, you would stop and hopefully render aid, call somebody, and that's the law. As far as a human being involved is you have to stop, render aid, and make sure that we're contacted. So yes, I agree. It's tragic.
And I think I mentioned to Evan too this morning, Major, how important it is that we just, like when we're out there driving, follow rules, like those, I guess the stop signs and the lights do come out on the school buses for great reasons, of course, for safety. And just to, it's important for everybody to know the rules and follow those rules out on the roads.
Absolutely. And since obviously the first day of school, we've had traffic initiatives out in the community for just this reason. You can't be everywhere at every time, but it's all over our Facebook page. We're messaging everybody, the school board's messaging, watch out for our kids. This is exactly for that reason. Everybody's had the experience of being late to work and all those, but it's not worth this price.
No.
It's not worth any price when somebody gets injured. So again, and you're exactly right, to continue to get that message out that we have to keep our streets safe and we need everybody's cooperation to do so.
Major, let me ask you this. What were the conditions yesterday morning when the incident happened?
It was definitely low light conditions out there. Don't believe the roads really came into play, but I can't really go into any more. Just basically having gone out to the scene, that's about it.
Right.
No different than any other day.
No, I understand. I had heard somebody had mentioned that it was a little foggy out. That's what I was speaking in reference of. I know it wasn't raining, so those kind of conditions weren't out.
Yeah, no, and that was it. So it was early in the morning.
Yeah.
Low light conditions. Yeah. So that's pretty
well,
much where it was at.
Our hearts definitely go out to the little girl's family.
Yeah, definitely so.
And to the schoolmates and the classmates and anybody around the school bus yesterday morning as well.
Yeah, and again, folks, if you have any information, if you live in the area, if you have any kind of security cameras, anything that could help, or if you saw something, anything at all, please contact the Fort Pierce Police Department. Major, if you'll give out all that contact information one more time. Information is powerful. It's so powerful in a case like this. If you'll please give out that contact information one more time so people can get a hold of you.
Absolutely. They can contact Treasure Coast Crime Stoppers hotline, and that's at 1-800-273-TIPS, TIPS, or 1-800-273-8477. They can also contact the lead traffic homicide investigator with the Fort Pierce Police Department, Shane Stokes. That's at 772-302-4764. And you can email him at sstokes@fppd.org. And again, thank you for getting this message out. We appreciate everybody's cooperation.
It's honestly, it's our pleasure. This one hit home personal. For some reason, it did more so than a lot of the others, and I'm sure it's real personal for you guys as well. And we thank you and all your fellow brothers and sisters in arms for all the service that you guys do for the community up in Fort Pierce. And best of luck with your investigation, and we'll wait to see when the new official news comes out, if and when we do get an official arrest and a prosecution.
And thank you for being out there making our roads safer.
Yeah, definitely. So Major Carlos Rodriguez from the Fort Pierce Police Department, our very special guest at this time. Major, thank you so much for being with us in this tough time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks again for having me. I hope everybody has a safe weekend.
Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye now. Boy, you can hear in his voice, Bonnie.
Why, of course.
How upset, emotion. It's this one. It hits a lot of people really
yes,
personal.
It does.
It really does.
Yes, indeed.
And man, my heart goes out to the family of that little 10-year-old girl and the officers that are working on this case. My hat goes off to all of them. It hits the
emotions of the community.
It does.
It does.
It really does. It really does. Watching some of the news stories last night, you could see the neighbors in the surrounding area that came out that were speaking on camera when Megan McRoberts was reporting and doing the news pieces and things like that on News Channel 5 on our news partner. And just the raw emotion of people that want to see whoever this person is be brought to justice for the heinous act. Unbelievable. Time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold is going to be opening up at $1,754.40 an ounce. Silver opening up $22.56 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report, and it is all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. $8:20 right now, the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's a blended show this morning. G and Ray will be back on Monday. It's time for news. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. People 65 and older or at high risk of severe COVID-19 infection are now eligible for a third dose of the Pfizer vaccine. The Food and Drug Administration granted emergency use authorization for the additional shot Wednesday evening after a meeting of the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, part of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC meeting continued Thursday when the committee voted to uphold most of the FDA's recommendations. The FDA's Vaccines and Related Biological Products Advisory Committee on September 17 recommended the two priority groups receive a third dose at least 6 seconds. A federal grand jury is indicting Brian Laundrie in connection with the death of girlfriend Gabby Petito, but not for murder.
This is Laundrie of using a debit card and PIN numbers to steal about $1,000, presumably from his fiancée. Meantime, the search continues for Laundrie in a swampy area near his home in Northport. Governor Ron DeSantis told reporters he was touched by the community's support for Gabby Petito.
Most of these people never met her probably, but you see how it's really impacted this community.
Meantime, a law firm's Tampa office is offering a $20,000 reward for information leading to Laundrie. I'm Gordon Bird.
More people and more hardware are joining in the search here in Florida for Brian Laundrie. Northport police say a total of 75 officers from 16 different agencies are now working in the Carlton Reserve. A St. Lucie County detention deputy is under arrest for battery and official misconduct after authorities said he violently shoved a jail inmate into a wall, causing a gash on his nose. Deputy Darius Randolph, age 23, was booked into the St. Lucie County Jail, the same place he works, at around 8 p.m. Wednesday, and bonded out about 2 hours later. According to authorities, the incident happened on September 5 when inmates were given razor blades for personal hygiene. Once the inmates were done using the razor blades, detention deputies collected them and found that one blade was missing. Another deputy learned who had the missing razor and provided verbal counseling to that inmate and others in the cell, as well as recovered the missing razor. Chief Deputy Brian Hester said at a news conference Thursday. Hester said that once the razor was recovered, Randolph entered the cell and told all the inmates, besides the victim, to leave. He physically shoved the victim into the wall and down onto the floor, causing him to receive a gash on his nose, Hester said. Randolph then took the victim to a common area and said he had no knowledge of how the inmate was injured, according to Hester. Randolph later falsified information in his official report. The members of this agency who work at the jail are entrusted with the care, custody, and control of all of our inmates, Hester said. When that trust is broken and the highest standards are not met or maintained, even by one person, that person has failed our community. Sam is just under 1,500 miles east-southeast of the northern Leeward Islands, with top winds of 75 miles an hour. It is still unclear at this point whether or not Sam will threaten land. Well, lastly, the house that inspired the first Conjuring film just went up for sale. You know, the one that Ed and Lorraine Warren visited in the 70s? It's actually one of the most well-known haunted homes in the country. This 1836 Rhode Island farmhouse can be yours for only $1.2 million. According to the real estate listing, it has 3 bedrooms, 1 full bathroom, 1 partial bathroom, but it does have 8.5 acres of land. And the house is currently used as an overnight rental for paranormal researchers, ghost hunters, and anyone else who wants to get a scare. And now you can buy it. The Tampa Bay Bucks will need a win over the Rams in Los Angeles on Sunday to keep pace with Carolina. The Red Hot Panthers are now 3-0 after a 24-9 victory at Houston last night. In NFL football, tomorrow's college football schedule will include Florida hosting Tennessee. FSU will host Louisville. Miami hosts Central Connecticut. We have high school football action for you tonight coming up. Will air of Jensen at St. Lucie West Centennial. The game will air at 7 p.m. and hear it on both stations, WPSL right here on WSTU tonight. Our news time at 8:26, and we have weather and traffic together next.
8:26 right now. Actually, just clicked over to 8:27. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Seacoast Air Conditioning. Don't roast. Call Seacoast, Bonnie.
And in just a moment, I'm going to bring up the latest highway report because we did see a couple of accidents prior to this out on I-95, and we'll see if anything has cleared for us on I-95 southbound City. We do see that accident. This is at mile marker 106. You're going to see activity, but you should get through okay. There's not any roadblock. We had another one, this one on I-95 northbound. This one is in Port St. Lucie at mile marker 121. It's I-95 northbound, and no roadblock from this here accident. If you see something, say something. Let us know. We're at 220-9788, 220 WSTU. We have 77 in Stewart. Port St. Lucie, a partly sunny 76 this morning. Here's our weekend weather at WPTV.
Happy Friday to you. Some sunshine this morning with showers and thunderstorms taking over later on in the afternoon. High temperatures warm and muggy into the upper 80s to near 90. Showers and storms should end after sunset, becoming partly cloudy overnight, mid 70s over the weekend. Warm and muggy on Saturday. Then a weak front moves through with a little taste of fall late Sunday and Monday. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist James Wheeland on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
It is now 8:31 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's a blended show this morning. G and Ray on vacation. They'll be back on Monday. In the meantime, let me step out of my crew cabin and see what's floating around in outer space. Oh, there's Randy Siegel. He just floated by. Morning, Randy.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
How are we doing this morning?
Things are great. Things are great. Never been any better. And you?
Same way.
Good.
Absolutely terrific.
Take us back in history first, if you would.
Okay, 1970. That's when the Soviet Union, Russia today, landed on the moon and brought back pieces of the moon to Earth, which landed in Kazakhstan, allowing us to see what exactly is on the moon. In 1973, the Skylab 3 mission ended after letting 3 astronauts work in space for 59 days, a new record at the time. 1997 saw the launch of STS-86. This was the first flight of the upgraded Space Shuttle Atlantis, having received a new glass cockpit. 2008, China launched its Shenzhou 7 spacecraft with 3 toikonauts on board, and those toikonauts took a spacewalk. And they landed successfully after spending about a week in orbit. 2013 saw the launching of the Mars Orbiter mission, known as MOM, by India. And MOM is still working around Mars. And lastly, in 2017, we had the launching of the Soyuz TMA-14M spacecraft, which carried astronauts to the International Space Station and allowed for a lot of science to be done on board. Speaking about science on the International Space Station, the crew has been working with the rodent experiment. The Rodent Research 1 demonstration seeks to understand how animals function and their cells function in the weightless environment. Also, how it affects their skin process. Commander Akihiko Hoshide from the Japanese Space Agency, he spent the day exploring how weightlessness affects microbes living on the station. He extracted DNA earlier in the week from microbial samples he swabbed from the surface inside the station. And now it is being evaluated. That's one of the big problems they seem to be having on the station, is understanding the growth of microbes and mold and fungus. They want to understand why and how they develop in space, and also they're affecting the air that's on board the station. However, don't worry about them having to breathe it in, because the CO2 scrubbers on board the station have done a good job in taking care of that. The Russian crew, Oleg Novitsky and Peter Dubrov, they familiarize themselves with procedures they'll use next week when they board the Soyuz MS-18 spacecraft with Mark Vanderhee and take a ride from one docking location to another. Everything so far has been going well. In fact, in a couple of hours, the International Space Station is going to be lowered in orbit by just about a mile. They're doing this to put it in phase for the next spacecraft that'll be going to the space station. Also, we've noted that the next vehicle, the Soyuz MS-19, is currently at the Baikonur Cosmodrome and getting ready for launch. When it launches, it will carry a couple of citizens, if you will, into space. It'll have a Russian commander, Anton Sheplerev, but he will launch with Yolana Persald and film director Klim Shipenko. Their short mission to the International Space Station will allow them to film a movie on board the station. The nascent astronauts have spent some time going into their capsule, having putting on their spacesuit, thus familiarizing themselves with the configuration they'll use once they get inside on launch day. There is trouble in Mudville, or in this case, in France. The new European research manipulator arm is having trouble. Data that is running through it is not coming through clean. And as a result, during the computer checkout, they're trying to figure out exactly what's wrong so they will not have any problems once this new manipulator arm is attached to the International Space Station. The hope is that everything will go well, so they'll be in a position to actually launch it at the end of this year. NASA needs to be careful with the commercial space stations. They have been warned by Congress that they must be sure that they will have stations in orbit that will provide NASA's needs before the International Space Station is declared inoperative. That is expected to happen sometime between 24 and 28. We're going to have to see whether or not these commercial vehicles will be in a position to support NASA's needs after the retirement of the current station. Representative Randy Weber, a Republican from Texas, questions the pace of NASA's commercialization program. Well, on Mars, they continue to fly. That's right. The helicopter, Ingenuity, continues to make flights from the red planet. It's gearing up for its 14th hop. One of the interesting features is that this helicopter, as well as the Perseverance rover, have been able to kind of shake off the Mars dust that has accumulated on them. In the case of Ingenuity, by gearing up and using its propellers, it knocks off the solar dust. And they've been able to use that as a model to help knock off some of the dust from the lander. And so far, everything's working extremely well. NASA has selected Aerojet Rocketdyne to build its Orion main engines. That's the primary propulsion element of NASA's Orion spacecraft that'll be used for deep space exploration. The contract runs through 2032. Former NASA astronaut William MacArthur is celebrating the fact that NASA has achieved so many things with the International Space Station since he was the first one on board the station. He told Congress, the House of Representatives Science and Space Technology Committee, that NASA's achievements with Russia have been nothing short of spectacular. He praises the fact that regardless of what's happening on Earth, that the United States and Russia are still able to work so closely together with space and has not been affected by any earthly problems. Missile warning satellites will be going into orbit soon for the United States under the U.S. Space Force. They intend to spend $14.4 billion over the next 5 years to develop the next-gen orbital constellation. This orbital constellation will tell us any missiles that are being launched from anywhere around the planet. The early warning satellites usually go into polar orbit, thus traversing the Earth completely every day. On Monday, we're going to tell you how much money is being spent on the Vozny Cosmodrome and how women turn out to be physically worse than men preparing for spaceflight. So until Monday, have a great day, everybody.
Thanks so much. That's Randy Siegel with a Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday at this time, giving us the latest and greatest, all things pertaining to space. 8:42 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town, please contact Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Here's Bonnie at the news desk. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. School districts across Central Florida are reacting to the Florida Surgeon General's quarantine and COVID-19 policies. Alan Spector reporting.
Orange County Public Schools are reminding students and their families that their mask requirement remains in effect through October 30th, with the goal of keeping kids safe in the classroom. Osceola, Volusia, and Marion County officials say they will adhere to the new policy regarding quarantine guidelines. The new rule leaves it up to parents how long an asymptomatic student will remain quarantined after exposure to COVID-19. Alan Spector, News Radio WFLA Orlando.
A 10-year-old girl has died after a hit-and-run crash Thursday morning in Fort Pierce. Authorities said the crash happened shortly before 6:15 a.m. at Skylark Drive and Oleander Avenue. Police say Yesenia Berenice Rodriguez Gonzalez was crossing the street to get to her school bus, which was stopped with red lights flashing and stop sign extended. Northbound went around the park bus, hit the girl, then took off. When officers arrived at the scene, they found Rodriguez Gonzalez lying unconscious in a grassy area. Rodriguez Gonzalez was taken to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center, where she later died from her injuries. While it's unclear if the driver was male or female, investigators said they are looking for a white four-door sedan with front-end damage. We want to find this person and take them into custody, said Major Carlos Rodriguez with the Fort Pierce Police Department. In Bradenton, a Florida daycare worker is accused of slapping a 4-month-old several times before twisting the baby's leg until it broke, police said. A family member brought the child to Manatee Memorial Hospital on September 16, and hospital staff called police to report suspected child abuse, Bradenton Police Captain Brian Tiers said. On Wednesday, police arrested Thalia Camarillo, age 42, on an aggravated child abuse charge. Police said she refused to speak to a detective before her arrest. People 65 and older or at high risk of severe COVID-19 infection are now eligible for a third dose of the Pfizer vaccine. The Food and Drug Administration granted emergency use authorization for the additional shot of Wednesday evening when a meeting of the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, part of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC meeting continued Thursday when the committee voted to uphold most of the FDA's recommendations. The FDA's Vaccines and Related Biological Products Advisory Committee on September 17 recommended the 2 priority groups receive a third dose at least 6 months after their second. Lastly, a decommissioned tugboat will be sunk as an artificial reef on Saturday, about 13 miles southeast of the Fort Pierce Inlet and 13 miles northeast of the St. Lucie Inlet. Tug Singleton, 85 feet long, 30 feet wide, and 42 feet tall, will be the 68th artificial reef St. Lucie County has deployed since 2005, according to Coastal Resources Director Jim Oppenborn. The steel tug, built in 1951, will be the 5th tug sunk since 1995. If weather and sea conditions permit, McCully Marine Services will begin the approximately 3-hour tow out to sea at 6 a.m. tomorrow, leaving through the Fort Pierce Inlet. If the weather is bad, the sinking will be rescheduled for October 2nd. The Rays became the first AL team to punch its ticket to the playoffs as they beat the Blue Jays 7-1 on Wednesday night. That secures the franchise's 3rd consecutive playoff appearance. the longest streak in Rays history. Then the White Sox secured their first AL Central crown since 2008 on Thursday with a 7-2 win over Cleveland. Chicago's division title guarantees the first back-to-back playoff appearance in franchise history. The White Sox finished second in the AL Central last season before losing to the A's in the American League wild card. Hey, we've got football on tap for this weekend. Now on Sunday on WPSL, we'll air the Dolphins at Las Vegas. Game time at 4:05 on WPSL. 7:30 will be the San Francisco Green Bay Packer game. Hear that one on WPSL. And high school football action on tap for tonight. We have it right here. It's going to be Jensen playing St. Lucie West Centennial. Game starting at 7 tonight. And yes, you can hear both those high school games on both our stations at WPSL and WSTU. Game time at 7. News time is 8:47. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
8:49 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather, brought to you by Martin Funeral Home, Port St. Lucie and Stewart. Bonnie?
We are looking at 2 accidents this morning. There's one in Palm City on I-95 southbound. It's a vehicle crash at mile marker 106 southbound. There is no backup from the accident in St. on I-95 northbound. This one is in Port St. Lucie at mile marker 121, I-95 northbound. And no, there's no tie-up from that accident. So traffic is, you're going to see the accident, but traffic is moving through there okay right now. That's your latest look at traffic. 77 this morning in Jensen Beach in Port St. Lucie, 76. Here's our weekend weather at WPTV.
Happy Friday to you. Some sunshine this morning with showers and thunderstorms later on this afternoon. High temperatures warm and muggy into the upper 80s to near 90. Showers and storms should end after sunset, becoming partly cloudy overnight, mid 70s over the weekend. Warm and muggy on Saturday. Then a weak front moves through with a little taste of fall late Sunday and Monday. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist James Wheeland on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
Well, you know, it must be Friday because you're hearing this music. And every Friday at this time, Bonnie, when we hear this music, we always bring on to the program the priest and the rabbi to give us a little tease of what's happening. And, of course, the official Yiddish word of the day. But unfortunately, Father Anderson is AWOL.
Yeah, but usually when one is missing, the other one takes over, and both of them appear.
As it should.
They take over very well.
And
for
I have
one another.
to say, today we are joined and blessed to have Rabbi Matthew Durbin joining us on our line right now via Zoom Airways. He just flew in and landed on the roof with the official charter helicopter, and he's up on the roof right now talking to us via Zoom. Good morning, Rabbi Durbin. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Good. You're a little overmodulated there, just so you know. Might want to turn your level down a little bit, I think, or I don't know what it was. Anyway, first and foremost, are you expecting somebody on the program with a lot of chutzpah, dignity? Because I have never seen your hair this much on point as it is this morning.
So look, I'm real excited for today. We've got a great program and a great show. I have a colleague of mine that I went to rabbinical school with. We spent many years together in London. She is the chief executive officer of Liberal Judaism, which is England and certainly Europe's premier liberal Jewish movement out of the UK. I'm real excited to have her on the program. Last time I saw her was as I was coming to her the other day. Last time I saw her, we were both walking down the pulpit at the Liberal Jewish Synagogue when we both were ordained in 2008. So it's been a while since I've seen her and had a chance to catch up. But we're going to be talking today. It's a great program, looking at what is liberal Judaism, what is Europe's greatest challenges that are before it in a Jewish context, and how from an organization, how do they celebrate holidays and find time for themselves and really reinvigorate and re-energize themselves. So I'm real excited for this one.
Excellent. Very, very good. Very good. If you'll look at the I sent you a private message there, by the way, so just look in the screen there. I wanted to get the Yiddish word of the day from you, if we could, before we finish up the morning show. So with further ado, if you can give us our Yiddish word of the day.
Yeah, so getting up early this morning with my kids, I think the one phrase that comes to mind is, many use the term oy vey.
Oh, yeah.
Which is slightly shortened from the original, which is oy gewalt.
Mm-hmm.
Oy gewalt.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of that. I've definitely heard that before. My mother, may she rest in peace, used that all the time with me. Definitely so.
I've heard oy vey before,
yeah.
but not what you're saying, Rabbi Durbin. Oy gewalt. I haven't heard that before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely so. So anyway, priest and a rabbi, they're going to be coming up a little bit later on this morning, so make sure and tune in. Rabbi Durbin, who's your guest going to be?
Yep, so I'm sorry. Her name is Rabbi Charlie Beginski. She is the CEO of Liberal Judaism, or www.liberaljudaism.org.
Is that why your hair looks so nice this morning, Rabbi Durbin?
Yeah, he's got a CEO on. That's why.
I took a shower this morning.
It looks like you have some fine Brillo cream or something really good going on.
I have never seen his hair look this good.
It does.
I mean, legit, he does have the best looking hair this side of the Jordan River.
Sure does.
I will say that much. Looking real good. All right, we'll be tuned. Make sure and tune in a little bit later on this morning to priest and a rabbi. They'll be coming up a little bit after the news. Rabbi Durbin we'll have his special guest, and I'll call you on your cell phone once we get off the air. Hopefully we can we'll get that technical issue taken care of. Anyway, well, Bonnie, it's been a really, really good week. It's been a very, very good week. We've been blended all week.
And I want to mention some of our people winning in the Lenny's NFL Pick'em League.
Please do.
Longshot is winning by a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
He or she is at number 1. I don't know if Longshot is male or female, but great job. We have Mighty Beacon at number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Ava Dad, followed by Enforcer. And also Lady with a Fan is doing really well, too, in the Lenny's Pick'em League. So congratulations. I, as the Packer backer, I'm creeping up. I'm better than being ranked at like number 49 last week. I'm now up to 37.
Mm-hmm.
Just a few notches from Ray, my friend Thomas. Philadelphia Freedom G is at number 32. And Evan, you're new to this Pick'em League. You should be really happy.
Yeah.
You're in at number 24.
Whoa!
You're beating us all in the football picks.
Hey, the newbie kid.
So don't forget to make yours so you can keep that lead. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. That's a wrap for us, folks. We're out of here. Hope you have a great week. And remember, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside.
Yeah. Enjoy your travels this weekend. Be safe out there. Take care.
Yeah. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station, and WPSL Port St. Lucie. The talk of the Treasure Coast, folks. Make it a great weekend. Get out there, have a little bit of fun, but most importantly, be safe. We'll see you back here Monday morning. Bye-bye. All right, go ahead.
What about now?
Oh yeah, 10 times better.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just distorting. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me turn all my feeds off. Hold on.